都是已经 start 了啦。它在那个水里面。要不要出来？我怎么爬不出来的？慢慢哦。 係啦，飛，係啦，飛。
Today we will be celebrating wildlife native to rainforests throughout the world. Now, rainforest is home to a fascinating array of creatures, gigantic trees, colorful birds, and mysterious reptiles. Why then would the rainforest need to fight back? Possibly because it is one of the most endangered habitat on Earth and is also home to numerous species of plants and animals, some of which we will be meeting today. Now we're going to start our journey to the rainforests of Central and South America, home not just to the turkey vultures you just met, but also to a very special friend of mine. And you're looking at him already. His name is Nike, and he is a South American quantity. That's a good boy. Alright, he looks just like a raccoon, right? No surprises, quantities belong to the same family as the raccoons, and just like raccoons, they've got really sharp claws which would allow them to climb up trees and branches very, very well. We've got one funny out here. Seems to be a funny party today. Alright, next bit of this segment, you guys. I'm going to make my voice work a little bit. You'll see on stage we've hidden a couple of treats. Alright, and the boys will be making use of their keen sense of smell to find them. Nike had an early quit on me, but that's fine. Well, parties, as it turns out, love to eat, and they feed on a wide variety of food, mainly fruits, vegetables, rodents, insects, eggs, and occasionally reptiles. Got patches on the way back? Yeah, okay, we're done. I think he did a great job. What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the South American 20s. Okay, from Central and South America, we're going to take a trip to the other side of the world, to be precise, the tropical island of Madagascar, Africa. Now, these two boys are very familiar to us, I think, and we recognize them most through this song. You guys are moving already, just like Spike and Mimi. There they are. Of course, now we're talking about ringtailers. Hey, and just like quatties, look, they've got long tails as well. That tail comes in really, really handy because lemurs are very fond of staying high up in trees. Just like most primates, they belong to the same family as the primates, by the way, right? They love spending their time high up, and to maintain their balance, their tails would go from left to right. Okay, now besides that, ringtail lemurs are highly social animals. They usually move about in big groups, led and protected by a dominant female. Now, what happens when the males reach a disagreement? They practice something interesting. They practice something called sting marking. We're going to show you what sting marking is all about. Let's see. I'm going to focus firstly on one up on stage that is Mimi right there. Spike is just wondering about, but come on, Mimi. Limelight's on you. Let's do this thing. Okay, pay attention to Mimi. We're going to do the 1, 2, 3, and swish. Swish, swish. That cute little movement with his tail in his hands, that's called sting marking. Lemurs have got semblance on their wrists which they will rub onto their tails, and then they will swish their tail at their opponent. The one with the sluggish tail tend to win the fight. I'm also lucky to be accompanied by, who's that? Hello, your segment is over. What are you doing here? Okay, you know what? We just let him do his thing. Never mind. Everybody ignore that we have a floating money on stage, okay? Just let him do his thing. Okay, back to the lemurs, you guys. Now, as I was saying, I'm indeed very lucky to be accompanied by two of my fellow colleagues. They are the trainers for this segment. I've got Nadia, right here with Spike, and right in the middle of it is Yako. And look at Yako, you notice this using that stick. It's called a target stick, and it serves as an extension to his hand, allowing him to guide the lemur to spots or spaces where he normally would not be able to reach out to. In fact, What's coming up next is a very good example of how we use our climate to our utmost advantage. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Eight. He's trying to psych himself. I can do this. Don't look at Sumo. Come on, you can do this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! That's a pretty good job. Oh, no surprise, really, because our monster was celebrated everywhere to the rainforest. And having said that, for those of you who missed out earlier, we're going to do one last stick out before we head off. Bibi. Hello? Things like this happen on show, of course. Now the animals we have on show, they are trained on a positive reinforcement mode of training, which means that every single session is a positive one. We try to keep it positive for our animals, and of course they're not forced to do what they don't want to. What are you doing on that pole? It's a family show, come on. Okay, we might get lucky. One last one, come on. That's a good boy. Ready? And yes! Trust me, guys, lemurs are not easy to train. They're skittish, they're usually really shy. Gotta say, our lemurs are fantastic. Before they leave us, once again, allow me, I've got Bibi up on stage, Spike earlier on, there's Jacob, and Nadia we met earlier too. Okay. Now from Africa, let's take a trip back to Southeast Asia, high side of the world. We got our own treasures of wildlife. We are going to start with the one that has created waves throughout the circuit breaker. Take a look over this side. You tell me what animal they are, okay? Let's see. Ooh, here they come. Now I've got a pair of them. Coming right up. This is our female. Her name is Mia. And we have her brothers below. Now, these are the Asian small-clawed otters. The otters that you have seen here in Singapore, they are the smooth-coated otters. They are much bigger than these guys. And you know what? That's simply because the Asian small-clawed otters are the smallest of all species of otters in the world. Now, as the name would suggest, they can be found in various parts of Asia, even as far off as India. In India, something cool is happening. Indian fishermen have somehow mastered the art of training otters to chase fish into their nets. And this is why, look at the way they swim, my goodness. Well, we do know that otters love to swim, but hey, these guys also love spending a lot of time up on land. They're social, in about once in big groups led by a female. And on sunny days, we see them suntanning or even rolling in sand. But most often throughout the day, this is what they do, right? They swim all the time. They've got wet feet that would help them to propel themselves forward. Also, a tail that would help them to steer. Last but not least, everybody, despite their size, Asian smallmouth otters can stay underwater for up to 7 minutes at a time. We're ready to go. That was great. Everybody, come on, join me in Super Mania. Voice below. It is so cute. Alright, enough with land and water animals. Right now, I need you to do this. Take a look right up. You try to spot a small bird with a huge beak and beautiful black and white feathers. Do you see it? Where is it? Where? Oh, right there. Oh, it's my favorite hornbill. Oh, that is Chica. Chica is our male oriental pied hornbill, and he will be doing just that. He's a great flyer. He will be making a couple of flights around the area. So for those of you with the slow-mo feature in your devices, don't worry about it. Switch it on, focus it on Chica, you'll get yourself a couple of really nice shots. Look at that. Yeah, you notice two things I hope. Firstly, while Chica is flying, there's no sound, it's a silent flyer. Secondly, hornbills don't go about flapping their wings all the time. They do a couple of flaps and then they will glide the rest of the way through. Now, the oriental pied hornbill can be found in countries like Thailand, Indonesia, even here in Singapore. If you're planning to walk through some of our nature reserves, keep your eyes out for them. They are monogamous, which means that they tend to pair up and mate for life. Also, you'll be able to see them flying about in pairs. One upon a time, they were listed as critically endangered because of habitat loss. Thankfully, however, due to efforts run by the local June we currently have got their population on a pretty stable status. Now, we are done with flights, I feel. Yes, because right now it's time for that boy to show off just a little bit more. Hornbills have got a unique skill. They're able to catch prey in mid-air. I'm going to have Muhammad and Noor assist me with this because he's really good at throwing things, especially tantrums. But today is going to be a break. Alright, let's do this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and go! Oh, you see the feather? Awesome. Would you like to see that one more time? I'm not alone. Okay, come. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, and we got it! My goodness, Chica, how did you get better by the day? Oh yes, you did well too, Ben. Keep on smiling. Alright, you guys. Some of the animals that we've met are animals we tend to love. Look at them. They're so good looking, they're highly intelligent. But yeah, this reminder with us is not complete unless we take a walk into the darker side of wildlife. My next friend, unfortunately, has a nasty reputation. I think too many of us think that they are wet and slimy. Some of us think they might with very little reason or warning, and we get nervous when we hear this sound. Okay, which animal makes that sound?
Snake?
They are infamous, right? Yes. Whether we love or we fear them, snakes are fascinating. And we can find them literally everywhere. Okay? You can find snakes in the trees, on the ground, underground, in the water. There's a species here in Singapore that could even glide through the air. But they've all got one thing in common. They love cool and dark places. Like that cave over there. So give me a moment. I'm going to go on a quick snake hunt and see what kind of snake we can find today. It's a beautiful snake. A lot of my favorites are here for sure. This is my favorite royal python. She's also said to be the biggest royal python we got right here in our park. Oh, by the way, her name is Cleopatra. Ladies and gentlemen, Cleo is an African reptile. The reason why she's called a royal python is because it's believed that the legendary pharaoh Queen Cleopatra wore pythons of the species around her wrist as a form of an accessory. I'm going to stretch her out just a little bit. Okay? This is a fully grown royal python. She's quite a big one too. But in general, royal pythons are one of the smallest species of pythons in the world. They are also called the ball python. Sometimes you see them curling up tightly into a ball. Now, I've been saying python for at least 4 or 5 times now. I'm going to throw you a question. It's a simple one. Looking at Cleopatra, knowing that she's a royal python, is she venomous? Yes or no? Everybody's so shy. I can't hear you behind your mask. This is what we're going to do. Those of you saying yes, put up your hand. Nobody? Are you sure? Okay. Those saying no, put up your hand. The whole lot of you are very smart people, so proud. Yes. Cleopatra is known that the snake hush goes about killing her prey simply by striking at them before pointing herself around the altar of prey and then swallowing it whole. Now you gotta trust me, snakes are very shy in nature and often they tend to avoid humans altogether. Unfortunately, that does not stop us from getting them and selling them in the illegal trade. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you this, every single animal that I've introduced to you today, one way or another, are fighting a losing battle in the wild. And it is all because of us. Now, we've caused pollution, deforestation, we've encouraged animal trade, one way or another, yet again, they are even losing their lives for their homes. So it comes down to this. Do we still want to be a part of the problem? Or at least, start being a part of the solution. Take a minute. Have a look. Well, what you can see is a tiny representation of the friendly forest we should have of wildlife. It's been estimated if we are not careful, in just about 30 short years, all the rainforests of the world will vanish forever. Not only will wildlife suffer, it would also mean that our future generations, we're talking about children, maybe even their grandchildren, they may not be able to see nor admire what we have seen here today. Well, yes, men may be the planet's biggest threat, but I think it's about time we realize that we are also its only hope. So come on, join us. Let's be the voice for these animals and let's bring this rainforest back to life. That made this show possible. Thank you very much for joining us. We wish you a lovely day ahead and right here in the same for you. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Please remain seated and wait for our presenters or operation friends to come out to your room to exit. Now we direct you to the